Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with another guide for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. This time I'm going to show you how to access and beat the Aped Nightmare. So in the Hall of Termination, in this area near the Warp Room and the Save Room, you want to head up to the ceiling and break it open. Keep in mind I'm doing this very, very late game, that's why I'm moving so fast, that's why I have some insane weapons and armor, but this is a late game area. It's completely optional, I don't recommend doing it until the very end. It doesn't even count towards your map completion, but through that extra broken wall, there is a bookcase here with this portrait of Iga, so very nice in there. So this is the Aped Nightmare. This is not my first time here, hence why the title didn't show up. I did this a few times, and I just never really had a piece of clean footage, so I decided to go back and do it just for this video again. There's only 3 enemies here. There's an 8-bit zombie, there's an 8-bit skull, and then there's an 8-bit ghost. All of them drop shards. So if you want to farm in here until you get them or get enough, you're more than welcome to. Do keep in mind, however, that the only exit from this area is by defeating the boss, and you will have to beat the boss every single time. I'm not 100% sure if the boss has a shard. He didn't drop one either time that I beat him. I've beaten him twice so far, and I just kind of don't feel like farming. But yeah, so the enemies in here, as you can tell, have around 300 HP each. You know, I'm hitting the ghosts for 103 each, and it takes 3 hits, so it's somewhere around 300 HP. So until you can attack quickly and deal a lot of damage quickly, it's probably best to stay out of here. The reward for beating this is a book that you can give to OD, or you don't even give it to him, it just gives you access to another book in his library that counts as 3 books, basically. So it's 1 book that has the power of 3. So it is a very, very good reward and will help carry you through the late game. So if you want to take your chances and try to beat this, you know, before late game, by all means. I know I tried, but I just couldn't do it. So going through here, I'm going to show you where all of the ghost spawns are. There's a couple different ways to go through here. Of course, you can invert the room if you've gotten that ability already. My first time through, I did not have that ability, so I didn't know I could do that. But you can invert this room, and it becomes a lot easier. If you just want to run for the boss, inverting the room makes it really, really easy. You can avoid every single enemy. You just got to let a couple ghosts spawn, and then you can move on. But yeah, as you can tell, everything in here hits like a truck. I mean, even with late game armor, they're doing 50 to 60 HP hits, which is always pretty rough. The shard abilities aren't incredibly powerful, but they're still pretty cool, and they do count towards your completion percentage. All the enemies here do count towards the monster list, so it's very important that you get that, or it's very important that you kill these if you're going for that trophy. But yeah, so we'll head into the boss now. The boss is actually pretty tough. He fills the screen with fire. It's just really, really hard to kind of tell what's going on at all times. And it's pretty difficult. I think I was farming here just trying to get some more 8-bit zombie shards, but I decided, oh well. So yeah, no breakable walls in here, at least that I have found. If I do find any later on, I'll let you know, but none of this counts towards your map completion percentage, so I don't expect to find any. So the boss is the Bit Overlord, and in traditional Igavania, or really just traditional Castlevania, hitting his head is the only way to deal damage. So his head is his only weak spot. When he turns orange, that means he's going to fill the room with fire, so it's very important that you double jump and avoid all of that. It gets very, very tricky towards the end. I'm guessing after you deal about half of his health, that's when he transitions into, I guess, what you could call phase 2, where he just does a lot more abilities at once. So he'll fly around, and then you can just stand still till he turns orange, and then when he turns orange and in the air, he's just going to drop in that location and turn orange and then put fire all over the place. So the Silver Knight Familiar is very, very helpful here. He has the chance to block projectiles, including these flame pillars. So if he decides to help you, he will, and he could just nullify these flame pillars. Very important that you bring a couple high potions with you. The boss just deals a ton of damage to you very, very quickly, and it can be pretty deadly. So yeah, we're just going to keep rinsing and repeating. He's in phase 2 now, and you know he's in phase 2 by the fact that when he slams on the ground, he actually spews out additional fireballs. So that's how you know you're getting close, is when the abilities start to get more and more hectic. As you can see there, the Silver Knight just blocked a couple of the flame pillars, so he helped me out a little bit. The best way to dodge the phase 2 firewalls is not to pay attention to the ground. Of course you want to pay attention to that, but you want to pay more attention to the ceiling. And once the longest pillar moves past you, that's your opportunity to jump over the one chasing you on the ground. And that's it. All right, so once the 8-bit Overlord is defeated, I'm actually going to transition to the footage from the first time I beat this, hence why my armor is suddenly different. But in this chest, you will get the Aped Nightmare. What you want to do with that is you want to go to Orlok Dracul in the Livre and or in the library, and then you will now be able to get the Tome of Conquest. It is equivalent to the Prowess, Tailwind, and Mastery tomes, and it only counts as one book. So very, very powerful. And yeah, that's it. All right, so that's the 8-bit Nightmare. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. Like I said, leave this for late game. It's a very, very difficult area. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. If you like this video and you want to see more Bloodstained guides, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. I'm doing guides for basically everything in the game, so more will come soon. If you guys like this content a whole lot, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below. And yeah, that's it. All right, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.